All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Shooting Lights Out. Real quickly, we do have a special going on Fanatics right now. If using the promo code TOASTY, that is TOASTY, you can get up to 60% off on your order. That is Toasty, TOASTY, up to 60% off site wide today. So go ahead and take advantage of that. And as you can see here, those of you who are watching on YouTube, you see the logo of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And you're probably asking yourself, why are you looking at the Minnesota Timberwolves? What does the Playmaker have in store when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves? Well, here you go. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am putting the Minnesota Timberwolves in the flagrant foul category for this week to kick off the new year. And you probably ask yourself, why is the Minnesota Timberwolves hitting a flagrant foul? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to find out exactly why they are getting a flagrant foul. Ladies and gentlemen, the Minnesota Timberwolves are currently 16-21 on the season. They are ranked 11th in the Western Conference. As you can see here, when you're looking at the numbers right here, those of you who are watching on YouTube, you see that the Minnesota Timberwolves are 15th in scoring at 114.4. But if you look at the end of the screen, you will see they are 22nd in the points allowed because they give up 115.9, which pretty much is 116 at this moment in time. Nevertheless, they don't defend well. And more to it, ladies and gentlemen, they are 24th in rebounding at 42.1 points a game, rebounds a game. And they're 11 assists at 25.4. So, I mean, you see, if you still are confused right now, this will help you understand some things. This is the entire month of December, ladies and gentlemen, that you see on your screen. Those who are watching on YouTube, those who are listening to the audio version. To end the year, ladies and gentlemen, the Minnesota Timberwolves went 5-10 in the month of December. 5-10. And part of that 5-10 includes the current 6-game losing streak they are currently on as of right now. Now that you understand why they are in the flagrant foul, this is the Minnesota Timberwolves team that made the playoffs last year, going through the play in and doing what they need to do against the Clippers and getting in and giving Memphis all they can handle in the first round last year. You had big coach and you got Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert traded to the team. You still got Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. You still like what you got when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and you expect bigger and better things to happen. I'm gonna get to Karl Anthony Towns in a minute, and part of the reason why the Timberwolves went 5-10 in the month of December, and currently have a 6-game losing streak. They are 3-7 in their last 10. As you can see, those who are watching on YouTube, they lost to the Clippers back on December 4th before they won their 3 games in a row, being OKC, Chicago, and Dallas, before they lost their 6 in a row, which includes Dallas, Boston, Miami, New Orleans, Milwaukee, and Detroit. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 in a row. 6 in a row. This is the 6 games in a row that they have lost. Now, when you look at this and you ask yourself, how could they lose 6 in a row? Well, you see Dallas. Well, they beat Dallas the previous day. Yep, I mean, they lost the other one. At Boston, okay. At Miami, Miami's a tricky team. New Orleans is playing very good ball. Milwaukee is Milwaukee. I mean, but you lost to Detroit at home to end the year. Okay? Then you look at it. Part of this 6-game losing streak is that the fact they gave up back-to-back 43-point games. You see Zion here, and you see Giannis here. Well, back on December 28th, when they played the New Orleans Pelicans at home, Zion Williamson went for a career high of 43 points. He had 3 rebounds and 5 assists, but he had 43 points when the Pelicans beat the Minnesota Timberwolves at New Orleans, by the way. 119 to 118. Anthony Edwards had 27 points. D'Angelo Russell had 27 points. Rudy Gobert had 10 points. It wasn't enough to stop Zion Wilson from scoring 43 and beating you by 1. What a shame. And then the very next game, December 30th, at Milwaukee, you get beat 123 to 114. Anthony Edwards scored 30 points, 10 boards. Russell had 15 points, 7 assists, 5 boards. No Rudy Gobert in that game. They didn't play him. They gave him a rest. And Giannis went for 43 and 20. No, ladies and gentlemen, Giannis literally had 43 points, 20 rebounds, and 5 assists. Now, the fact that you didn't have Rudy Gobert, probably the reason why Giannis got to 20. He probably would have got to 15, maybe 12. But 20 is a staggering number. And he's dropped 43 as well. So those 2 games on December 28th at New Orleans and December 30th at Milwaukee, you both gave up 43 points to one player. Now, during this losing streak here, Anthony Edwards, the leader, the star of the team, I don't want to say leader of the team, but star of the team, this is what he has been doing since during this losing streak. 28.1 points per game, shooting 51.6 from the field, 36.4 from 3-point range, giving you 5.5 rebounds and 4 assists. These are the numbers that you need from a star caliber player like Anthony Edwards, which you're getting. Yet, you're on a 6-game losing streak. Does he have help? Some of you are asking. D'Angelo Russell, during the losing streak, is scoring 18.2 points per game, shooting 42.7 from the field, shooting a whopping 26.8 from 3-point range, giving you 4 rebounds and 7 assists. These 2 gentlemen combined, Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell, they are giving you roughly 46 points a game, 10.5 rebounds a game, and 11 assists. Sounds like good numbers, right? Sounds like really good numbers. You should not be on a 6-game losing streak, but you are. And then that brings me to Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert doing this losing streak is giving you 11.2 points per game, shooting 80% from the field, which means he's not taking a lot of shots to only score 11 points a game, giving you about 9.5 rebounds a game and 3.4 assists. So you're getting a double. You basically getting a double from Rudy Gobert. You have Edwards and Russell combined for 46 points a game. You add Rudy Gobert's 11 in there, and you had 57 between the 3. You're getting a good amount of rebounds. You're getting about 20 rebounds a game. And you're averaging about 15 assists a game with these 3. Nevertheless, you're on a 6-game losing streak. 6-game losing streak. To be honest, I don't know what's going on because I do know what's going on because Karl Anthony Towns has been out since November 28th, meaning he missed the entire month of December. The entire month of December, ladies and gentlemen, the entire month. Now, if we go back, if you look at the month of December for the Timberwolves, you will see here 5-10 in the month of December without Karl Anthony Towns. Okay. Now you're talking about a guy when he was playing, giving you 20.8 points per game, 8.2 rebounds a game, and 5.3 assists a game. That's a big difference. To say the least to most people alive, especially those who know and study the game of basketball. Losing that kind of production does hurt. Part of the reason why you're 5-10 in the month of December and you're losing 6 in a row. The funny thing is, though, the first game without Karl Anthony Towns, you beat the Memphis Grizzlies. You beat the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, let me go back because that was the last game of November for them. And that was the first game they missed Karl Anthony Towns because Karl Anthony Towns got hurt against the Washington Wizards. The previous game before that in the nation's capital. But the first game, we're going all the way back to, let me think. Let's see. This game took place November 30th. Actually, the final day of November. It was in Minnesota, and you beat the Memphis Grizzlies 109 to 111. John Morant had 24 points, 5 boards, and 6 assists. But Anthony Edwards 29 points, D'Angelo Russell 15 points. You had Noel come off the bench and give you 24 points. And you beat the Timberwolves, you beat the Grizzlies to end the month of November. And then the month of December hit in, as I don't say this numerous times already, 5-10 in the month of December. Like, it is terrible. It is very terrible of you guys. And now we still don't know when Carlton Town is coming back. So your next game is tonight when you host the Denver Nuggets at 8 p.m. And the Denver Nuggets are on a bit of a roll right now. 24-12 on the year, and number one in the West are the Denver Nuggets, led by a back-to-back league MVP, Nikola Jokic, the Joker. And right now, he's averaging 25.7 points a game, 10.9 rebounds a game, and 9.5 assists a game. He's down there averaging a triple-double. Now, in Minnesota, if you want to be taken a little bit more seriously, that people was trying to do at the beginning of the season, a win against the Denver Nuggets will get you in the right direction. Then after that, you have Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers coming to Minnesota, and then you got Kawhi and the Paul George coming in after that. Before you have a couple of road games between the Houston Rockets and the Detroit Pistons, one of which you already lost to the Detroit Pistons. Matter of fact, that was the final game of your 6 games that you lost, 116 to 104 to Detroit. Yeah, but Houston team is Houston. Before you come back on, you have to deal with Phoenix, Cleveland, and Utah. Before you go to Denver for another matchup with the Denver Nuggets, and before the Toronto Raptors come across the border to the Twin Cities. So your next 10 games are not very easy. You will hope you can beat the Rockets and the Pistons at least. And probably steal some games, probably one of the 2 Denver games that you got. Maybe the Utah game, maybe the Toronto game. But as far as that, it's not looking good for Minnesota right about now. It's going to get even tougher. You need to find out when you're getting Karl-Anthony Towns back, because if not, yeah, you might be on the segment again called Flagrant Foul with your name like this that is appearing on the screen for people who are watching on YouTube right now. So Minnesota, you might want to get it together, okay? I'm just saying, you might want to get it together, because this right here doesn't look good. 5 games under 500, 11 in the West. Not what people expected. They expected better from you. So Minnesota, get it together. We begging you, get it together.